Hey guys, my name is Atif. I'm from India. Right now I'm in Turkey, Izmir. I am a Turkiye Burslari student, which is Turkish scholarship student. I came here on 25th September 2018, and it's 2 months from now. And when I was applying for the scholarship when I was in India, and I wanted to get the information about the scholarship, but I wasn't able to get it because the all the videos were in either Arabic or some other languages which I don't understand. So I wanted to make this video in English so that people who are applying for the scholarship for the next year or for this year, they will get advantage. They will get help from this video. So I really wanted to show the experience, what I'm facing what happened when I came to Turkey, what were the processes that I had to go through, and all the problems and all the good things as well as the bad things. So please stay tuned and watch the complete video. Let me introduce you to Turkiye Burslari scholarship, which is Turkish scholarship, which is given by the government of Turkey. This scholarship includes almost everything for the students: tuition fees, air ticket, dormitory, food, accommodation, everything is included. Health insurance is also included. Plus, you get flight tickets when you're flying to Turkey, and then when you go back to your country, which means two tickets. So, you have to apply for the scholarship on the scholarship portal. I'm gonna mention that in the description box below. You can apply through that, and I'm gonna make a separate video to how to apply, where to go, which things to upload and all that stuff. I'm gonna make that video again. So I'm just gonna give you basic information that you have to have like really good score in your exam. 75% is the minimum for the masters, so you should try to get as good score as possible. So I had like 76 percentage in my bachelor's of computer science, but I had GRE and IELTS. So if your percentage is not that good, for example your percentage is like 76 77 percentage, you should have GRE score, and the GRE score should be more than 300. And if you want to apply in a English English curriculum, then you should have IELTS score. So I also have IELTS 7.5. I have GRE 306. So this is very important because a lot of students, for example, 100,000 students apply every year for the scholarship, and only 5,000 people get selected. So if you want to get the scholarship, you have to be serious. And how you will show these people that you are serious about the scholarship is you should have GRE and IELTS exam. That's what I recommend you guys to have. So when you have these exams, then you stand out among all those people. So you should have these exams. Again, after applying, there is a lot of waiting time. That means you will have to wait for 8 months. The entire process is for 8 months. So when you apply, you get the second email after 2 or 3 months for interview. And when you go to the interview, my interview was in Mumbai, India, and it is the other city. I live in Hyderabad, so I had to go by flight to other city and then come back. So what I'm saying is you need to prepare yourselves to go to other city. You need to prepare yourselves to wait for 8 months for the entire process to complete. Then comes the interview. The interview will be, of course, held either on Skype or in person. So I think majority of the cases it's in-person interview, where you go to some place, like usually an embassy, and the Turkish embassy, and then these people are there. There are like 2 or 3 people sitting, and they're gonna ask you some questions. You have to be confident. You have to answer all these questions about what they ask. Some of the questions will be about your subject. Some of the questions will be why do you want to do this major? What you will do after graduating? Will you stay back in Turkey Do you want to work in Turkey? And all those questions you have to answer it. I'm gonna make a separate video about the interview process and how to answer these questions and what questions they asked and all. So let's come to the result. After you get the results, you will be told which university you're placed in, and the next process. The next process is visa application. You have to apply for the visa in the embassy, and you don't have to pay any visa fees. Some of the countries does have to pay the visa fees, but for me they didn't ask any visa fees, and it's just like 2 or 3 days you get the visa. And after getting the visa, you get the tickets, the flight tickets, and you fly to Turkey with it. So now this was just the basic information that everybody knows was going to happen. You can read this information on the turkiyeburslari.com. But I really want to give the information which this website doesn't have, the experience that I have and what I have gone through, what happened when I came to Turkey. So on 25th September, I came from Mumbai to Istanbul and then Istanbul to Izmir. So when I came out of the Istanbul airport, there was one counter, Turkiye Burslari. I went there and I told them that I came from India, and this guy took my photo and took my passport copy and wrote my name. And then I flew to Izmir, and in Izmir there was one girl, and she picked me up and she dropped me to the youth, which is hostel. These people help you in registration of the dormitory, and dormitories here are really good. They are like, mine is Kayake. There are two types of dormitories, Kayake and private. The Kayake is a government one. Usually the countries like me, the government ones are not that great, private are great, but here it's opposite. Government dormitories are the better ones and the best ones than the private ones. They have good food, there are no restrictions, you can come in and go out. There are no rules, and they are pretty clean, the food is great, everything is good. So I'm gonna show you the dormitory in later videos, how the dormitory looks like, what is the food and everything. I'm gonna show you in a later video. When I came to Turkey, I brought like $300, so I recommend everyone to bring at least $300. Some people tell you to bring $100, $200, but the lira has gone somewhat down, so you should at least bring $300 to $400. If you're bringing more than that, it's always advisable. And you can also bring your ATM and debit card with you, and keep as much money as possible, because you're traveling to other country. You never know what's going to happen. Some emergency might come up, you might have to pay money, some extra money, you might get lost, you might have to take a taxi or something. So please bring a lot of money with you. So you came to Turkey, you are living in a dormitory, everything is good, but now there comes the next part, which is the main thing. You have to go to the university for the registration. So for this registration, you need your documents, your degree, all your certificates and everything, but these people doesn't know English. So if your documents are in English, French, Arabic, then you have to go to a translation place where you translate your documents. And when you translate the documents, then you have to go to the notary. That means the notary will, this person will see you, okay, this is the original document, this is the translated document. So then if these two things match, then you put the notary on it, the stamp on it. So you have to pay like 200 or 300 lira for the translation, and again 200 or 300 lira for the notary, depending on the cities. So bring at least $100 to $150 for this process. Okay, so this is really costly, and some of the cities like Istanbul or Ankara is more costly than Izmir, so you have to bring a little bit more money from that. So next thing will be like TOMR registration. TOMR is the Turkish language course. Usually it is the same university which offers TOMR, so you have to go to the TOMR for the registration, and then the university, usually the person who picked you from the airport, this person will help you for the registration, this person will help you for the translation, everything this person will help you. So please don't be shy to contact that person. If that person gave you his or her number, then contact that person and ask for help, and this person will help you. 3 different companies for the SIM card. The first one is Turkcell, second is Vodafone, third is Turk Telecom. So please don't buy your SIM card from the airport, which is very costly. You might have to pay like 200 lira for getting the SIM card. Don't do it. Some people have done it, so don't do it. And then when you come to your place, don't be really nervous about it, because 2 or 3 days you will definitely gonna feel homesick. And try to get the password from the dormitory. Every dormitory has a Wi-Fi. So the private dormitories does have a slow Wi-Fi, but the government dormitories, KYK, these dormitories does have a very good Wi-Fi. So just go to the the office and ask for the password. These people will give you the password, and use this Wi-Fi to talk to your family. And after 2 or 3 days, go to the shop, Turk Telecom, and buy a SIM. And this SIM will be like 70 to 80 lira. But if you buy Turkcell, this will be like 125 to 130 lira. And Vodafone is the costliest. So don't buy Turkcell and Vodafone. After you are done with your registration in the university and your diploma, you will have to get your öğrenci belgesi. Öğrenci belgesi means student certificate. And if you don't get this certificate, then you will face problems. So when you are getting this certificates, technically you have to go to the office and say, I am a student of this university, please give me student certificates, which is like a document which tells that you are a student of this university. And try to take as many copies as possible, 5, 6, 10. Some people have took 3, some people have took 5. I took 5 and all of them are like finished. So these documents are very important, because when you apply for the ikamat, you have to give this document. When you apply for the metro card, you have to give it. Like wherever you're going, you technically have to submit one original document. So try to take as much as possible from the office, which will help you. The next thing will be the metro card. Every city has their own transportation. Transportation is very good. Don't ever take a taxi, because taxis are very costly, and the transportation is really good. And when you come to Turkey, try to make the student card as soon as possible, the metro card, because the normal fare of traveling is like 3 to 4 lira, and the student fare is just 1.8 lira. So do the calculation. It's very cheap for the students to travel, whereas the normal card. So try to make a student card as soon as possible. Next come the ikamat part. So the ikamat is very important. Ikamat is like the resident permit, and you will have to wait a lot of time if you don't book an appointment as soon as you come to Turkey. So try to book an appointment for the ikamat as soon as you come to Turkey, and then go to the ikamat and submit all your documents. And like you will have to get a biometric photograph, which is you can get it when you come to Turkey, or else you can bring from your home. Biometric photograph is not like a passport photo, but it's a little bit bigger than that. You can get it from your country as well. And then you have to go to the ikamet Goj idaresi and apply for the ikamet. And after I think 1 month, you'll get your ikamet card, which is very important. Keep it safe, and it's used for everything in Turkey. After being done with your ikamet, then comes the bank account part. You have to go to the Vakif bank and submit all your documents, eligibility, your agreement, your scholarship acceptance form and everything. And then these persons will help you open an Vakif bank account. And once you open the account, then only you can get the scholarship, the monthly stipend in your account. Insurance, health insurance. When I came to Turkey, I didn't know how to use the health insurance, because if you fell sick, for example, you get a fever, then how do I do it? Then I asked my friends, how is this? Then this person told me that after 1 month, these people activate. So when you go to the Turkiye Burslari website, then it will show that your insurance is activated. Once it is activated, then you can just take your ikamat card and you can go to any hospital, and it will be free for you. You might have to pay a little bit amount to get your medicine, but the prescription, the doctor fees, everything is free. And for example, if there is an emergency, if something happened to you, if an accident or something, so that will be free. Don't worry about it. And there is also an app which is called CDAS 182 Merkezi. This app is actually an app which is used by all hospitals and all the clinics to book an appointment. For example, you are facing stomach ache, or you want to just go for the regular checkup. So just go to this app, put your ikamat number, your name, and then you can book an appointment for it. So technically, you don't have to go directly to it. You have an appointment and you can go to that place. So which is very good. Some of the times when it is not emergency, when you go to the hospital, they will ask you to have an appointment and come back. So it's good to have this app. So let's talk about food. Food is amazing. The youth food is amazing. Normal food is also amazing. I mean, some of the foods I don't like it, but most of them is good. It's halal, so I can eat it. So yeah, some of the youth like private hostels. Youth is hostel. So private hostels does have a little bit of bad food, but if you get a government KYK hostels, dormitories, then you are very lucky. Let's talk about people. People are really good. Most of them are helping. They are always curious about where you're from. if you tell you are from India, they're going to ask you about a lot of questions about the Bollywood. They are fans of Amir Khan and Salman Khan, so they're going to tell, okay, I watched this movie, I watched that movie. So it's really great, don't worry about it. The weather is amazing. I love the weather. It's neither cold, neither hot in Israel. It's super perfect. And sometimes it's getting cold because the winter is coming, but I really love the weather and really love the atmosphere. You can feel the freedom in the air. That's what I can say for now. I want to give tips for the people who are coming to Turkey, because when I was in India, when I was trying to find information, I wish these things were told to me so that it would be really helpful for the future. Anyways, the tip for number one will be, no taxis. When you come to Turkey, I have met a lot of people who took taxis from coming to the taking taxis from the airport to the dormitory, or just going around. Don't use it, because public transportation is really good. You can go to any part of the city by using a public bus, metro, or Izuban. So don't ever take a taxi. It's really costly, it's like 50 lira or something. And there is a possibility that you might get scammed by the taxi driver. He might take you from this place to that place by by a long route, and he was going to charge you like 50, 60 lira or maybe 100 lira, who knows. So don't ever take a taxi. When you come to Turkey, just make a metro card as soon as possible and use it. The second tip will be no politics. So when you are in the dormitory, or when you are in the university, when you make Turkish friends, when you're talking to them, please don't talk about politics, because I felt whenever I'm talking about politics, or whenever these people are taking out about politics, it feels a little bit uncomfortable, and these people are very serious about politics. So don't talk about politics, or talk about politics after you get friendly after 5 or 6 months, not now. The third tip will be bring an extra smartphone with you, because right now the registration fees for the IMEI SIM slot is 600 lira. So what this is, when you come to Turkey and when you put the SIM card, a new SIM card, into your mobile phone, for 4 months you can use it, and then it's gonna stop working because you didn't pay 600 lira to register it. Then I have two SIM slots because my phone is dual SIM. So I'm gonna put that SIM card in another slot, and that's gonna work for 4 months. So tip number four, this is actually related to ATM, because when I come to Turkey, when I came to Turkey, I wanted to take out money from ATM, because my debit card is an Indian debit card, which is Visa debit card, and which it has international banking enabled. So, but all the ATMs doesn't have English. Whenever I'm trying to press any button, always it was in Turkish. But then I got to know that if we have to insert our card, then it shows an option to choose English. So when I insert my card, then only it's showing the option of English, French, Japanese, Arabic. Then you can select English, and then you can take out money. All the cards works. If you have Visa or MasterCard, it works in Turkey. So bring your national card with you to Turkey. So guys, if you like the video, then subscribe and like the video, and please comment down below any questions you have related to Turkiye Burslari, then I'm going to answer it. I'm going to try to make a video about GRE and IELTS, how to get good score in them. I'm going to make a video about the interview experience, what the questions they're asking, and how to prepare for the interview. So yeah, I'm going to make a good bunch of videos. So please subscribe, comment down below and like the video. And yeah, that thing over there is a heater. I didn't know that before coming to Turkey, because in my country there is no that kind of winter, like the cold. So this is the heater. It heats the room. Take care. Bye.